Hi, folks. Hope you're all good. Just thought I'd do a few words about the coronavirus pandemic that's happening at the moment. Um, okay, the main thing I want to say in this video is that I think that the response from governments at the moment, especially my government here in the UK, are not strong enough. I want to see more closing down of things like schools and more basically stopping people having contact with one another. Um, so I admit I was slightly late coming to this opinion. I've only really had this opinion for I think the last 6 days. Before that, I was didn't really take so much interest in the issue. Just seemed like I hadn't really read any reports about it. It seemed like something was going on in China, and there have been similar things in the past, like SARS and some other swine flu, um, which never really got here. So, but ever since the government here did, I think, a press conference where they were saying that lives will be lost and our prime minister was looking ultra serious and stuff, that's when, for me, this issue kind of went from we went from like normal times to not normal times, because we don't normally have a prime minister coming on TV warning us of our impending doom like that. So yeah, but uh, after I heard what their measures were, which were just mainly just advising people to stay home if they have the symptoms of this virus, I kind of thought, along with a lot of other people, that that was probably not enough. Um, what I would like to see is some pretty serious measures, like stopping public transport. Um, we could go over from public transport to just having people in essential jobs being ferried with cars from their homes to the essential jobs by people who work there, or people currently not working because of other jobs, which are all non-essential jobs. I think should be shut down now by law. I think all of these rules should be enforced by law. I think I'm all for individual freedom, but this is individual freedom having a extremely grave effect on other people. So I think that uh, I'm fine for the state to be draconian at this time, temporarily, uh, while this crisis is going on. I'm all for this approach going to like a public referendum after a few months or something. If the people want to think about it, I think the people should have an input. I don't believe in, don't really like this elected dictatorship system that we have. So we just elected people not knowing anything about how they'd react to this issue. So, like, they're in charge for another 5 years, whatever happens. Um, I think that system doesn't work very well. But um, anyway, the direct democracy issue aside, yeah, I want them to, apart from cars ferrying people to essential jobs, I want car journeys to be stopped by law. I think we need to have lorries on the roads, but carrying food and medicine and things, but I don't see why we need to have other journeys. Um, what else? Yeah, obviously stop the schools. They've been very slow. They haven't done that yet in the UK. It's obviously a way that people gather, and parents have to gather at the beginning and the end of the day, so they have some potential contact with one another, as well as the kids having massive contact with one another, which can pass this thing on from family to family, presumably. Some families which have old people, which would be high risk for this disease. Um, so what else? I should add that I'm not a scientist or anything. I'm just just an ordinary person chipping in my view. Yeah, I'm not an expert and I haven't thought about this as much as some other people. So that should be borne in mind here. I'm looking at the figures with my untrained eye. My hope is that, along with a lot of other people, that some of these figures, like 2% of people die from this, I hope is a high figure, because I think it's based on research in Wuhan where the outbreak started, and I think it was based on people who had like been tested, possibly even had symptoms of this thing. So possibly were in hospital through this thing. So my hope is those death rates are high estimates, but still they are, I think, realistic sort of high estimates that can't be ruled out and should be. We should take precautions against. So yeah, I mean the figures are quite staggering. If they are, if those high figures are true, we could be looking at 1 million people dead in my country. We could be looking at, I don't know, 70 million people dead worldwide or something, which are incredibly serious. Luckily, in a way, it's older people who have less years left to live anyway, so this disease doesn't shave as many years off people's lives as diseases that just kind of kill people randomly, or any other things that kill people randomly. But still, it's really scary. I'm extremely worried about it personally at the moment, and I'm going to try and help neighbors and family, and hope other people do that, because it looks like the government are moving in the right direction and they are taking it seriously, which is all welcome, but they don't seem to be moving as fast as they might. So individuals should should do what they can. Anyway, all the best. Good luck to everyone at this scary time, and I hope you're all well.